You're listening to the Membership Geeks podcast, bringing you proven practical tips and advice from the leading experts on growing a successful membership business.
What's up, everyone? Thank you for listening to the Membership Geeks podcast. I'm Mike Morrison, your host for the show and membership expert, and this is the number one place to be for proven practical tips and advice on growing a successful, meaningful membership business that lasts for the long term. If you're new to the show, welcome. I'm so glad that you've found us. I hope that you will enjoy today's episode enough to hit the subscribe button in your podcast app and ensure that you do not miss a single dose of membership goodness. Now, if you're already subscribed, if you've already been listening for a while, you know I love and appreciate you for each and every second of time and attention that you give to the show. And I do hope that the advice that I share here has helped you in some way within your membership business. If it has, it would mean such a lot to me if you could take just a minute of your time, hit pause on the podcast, and leave a nice, shiny 5-star review for the show. If you have some nice words you want to share along with that review about how the podcast has helped you over the years, then I always love to read them, and I do read each review personally. Make sure you reach out on social media at Membership Geeks to let me know that you've reviewed the show so I can thank you personally. Not only does it let me know I'm doing my job, and that is helping make the membership world a better place. Now, that sounds cheesy, that sounds corny, but genuinely, it's been a decade now of just helping membership owners do awesome things, and I absolutely love it. So reading reviews is such a great way for me to know that I'm hitting the right marks and I'm helping you all out. But also it helps to spread the word. It helps more people see the podcast, and that means more people benefit from my expertise and from the tips and advice that I share. So if you can leave a review, it would be very much appreciated by myself. All right, today I want to talk about member onboarding. Why every single membership needs to have a great new member onboarding experience. Now, we all know that memberships are a retention business. It's not just about getting one-off sales. You need to keep people subscribed month after month, year after year. Otherwise, you don't really have much of a business to speak of. Memberships thrive on recurring revenue. And in order for that revenue to be recurring, you need to be retaining your members. With a membership, getting the sale is not the end. It's not the finish line. It's actually the starting pistol. That's when the real work begins. And with memberships and retention in particular, retention starts day one, minute one. The second that someone joins your membership, the clock is ticking. We need to get them off to a good start. We need to get them hooked, and we need to start building the habits and behaviors within our new members that are conducive to them being likely to stick around month after month, year after year, continuing to be subscribed, continuing to pay. So what happens during that first day, the first few minutes really of someone's membership will set the pace, it'll set the tone, and it will influence how long someone is likely to stay a member. When it comes to retention strategy, without fail, we always find within clients that we've worked with and across our community where we've been helping membership owners for a decade now, that the biggest needle mover, the biggest game changer for member retention is the new member onboarding experience. So essentially, onboarding is just the process that you have in place to help your new members get started. Now, with an effective onboarding process, you are taking your new members by the hand, you're welcoming them into your website, and you are walking them through their first steps, their first experiences and interactions with your membership site, rather than just doing what so many do and just taking their money and leaving them to it. When you do that, you're relying on your member being able to familiarize themselves with your site without your help, to find their way to your best content without you guiding them there. And chances are they're not going to get off to the best start. Not only that, no, it's not just about getting off to a good start and building habits and, getting into a routine of actually using the membership. It's also just about that first impression. When you've just transacted with a business, you don't want the coldness of essentially your money's being taken and then you're just left to it. You want to feel like you've made a good decision. You want to make those new members feel welcome. Validate their purchase decision, validate their choice to make a commitment to sign up for a subscription for your membership. Like, make it crystal clear without any doubt that they've made the right decision, they're in the right place, they've found their people, they are in an environment where they're going to learn, where they're going to benefit from your resources, where they're going to enjoy learning from you, from the rest of the people in your community. You need to make that good first impression. The cliche is first impressions last, and that is true for memberships. The first interaction that a new member has with you and your site after signing up are vital in creating a good impression of your membership. Someone has that good impression, they're more likely to feel positive towards you, to actually take the steps that you suggest that they take to get the best from their membership. And that is then the pathway to them actually getting what they want from being a member, getting results, making progress. And that is what will keep people subscribed month after month, year after year. So what you do when someone joins is critical. You need to make sure you have a specific onboarding process mapped out. Now, that all starts for me with providing people with some sort of warm welcome. So once someone has joined and payments taken, they've gone through the registration form, the first thing that they should see after that is a big friendly thank you and welcome from you. At the least, you should be thanking them for joining. Show that you're grateful that they've decided to become part of your membership, and welcome them in. Let them know they're in the right place. Ideally, you want to make sure that your face is in there somewhere. A lot of memberships are centered around an individual, an expert, a brand, a team. Those are the people who should actually be on that first page, that welcome page that someone sees when they've joined. Could just be a nice, friendly, smiling photo of you with a written welcome message. It could even be an animated GIF or GIF if you're one of those people. But no, it's GIF. It's GIF. No, put that soapbox away. This isn't what that episode's about. But an animated GIF of you kind of waving or something friendly and welcoming. Or, of course, it could be a video. A short 30-second, 60-second video just saying hi. Hi. So glad you made the decision to join. You're not going to regret it. You're in the right place. I'm Mike Morrison. I run this place, and I'm so looking forward to helping you start a new membership and make progress with your goals, all that sort of stuff. That welcome message should be the first thing that someone sees, so they know that they're appreciated. They know that they're valued. They see your face. They have that positive vibe, and that is just a nice thing to get started with. From there, you want to provide some sort of tour. You want to highlight to people where they should be going, where the key sections are. If they've gone through your sales page and they've been reading about features and content and all that sort of stuff, you don't want them just having to rush off and try to hunt for that themselves. If you can give some sort of tour on which you are kind of doing a screencast, it's a recording of you navigating the site, showing them the most important things they need to know. This is where the content library is. This is where you can manage your account. This is where you can post in the community and say hello. Those vital things, just to kind of answer the questions and settle the brain and ensure that people are oriented as much as they need to be from the get-go. I also recommend, as part of your onboarding, having some sort of new member questionnaire. It's really important to find out why someone has joined your membership site, to get that data, because that will help you to better refine your member experience. If you know what people are joining for, if you know where people have joined from, of course, that gives you useful info for marketing your membership. But knowing what they've joined for can help you to direct them to content, to perhaps reach out further down the line and check in on certain goals that they've stated that they've had. Having that information about where somebody is in their journey, where they want to get to, how they found you, that feedback, that data is critical on so many levels. And you can get really advanced with this in the future, and you can actually use that to kind of personalize the member experience. But even without all that fancy stuff, just finding out where did you find us? Why did you join? What are you hoping to achieve? Where are you currently in your journey? So it might be where are you in your journey? How advanced are you as a guitarist? How much experience do you have? Those kind of details about your members can be extremely useful. So having some sort of new member questionnaire as part of that onboarding process is important too. So you've given a warm welcome, you've collected a bit of information about that member and what they're looking to achieve, you've made sure they've got a tour of your membership. Then you want to direct them ideally to the best first piece of content for them to start with. So lay out the first steps for people. No more than 3 to 5 key actions that you want every new member to take. If you think about what the ideal journey for a member would be, and what's most likely to be the habits you want to get them into, it might be things like having them start on one particular piece of content, one particular course. It might be having them complete your new member questionnaire. It may be that you want every new member to introduce themselves in your community. That's always a good thing to get them started with quickly. It may also be, you have a very, very short piece of content that will help someone get a very quick win or result. If you can point people towards something like that early on and get them off to a great start and give them a win, give them a result, man, that is really, really going to impress them. It's going to show them that it's worth inputting more and more time into the membership because, hey, I've only been a member for a few hours and already I've had this small win. Imagine the big wins I could have if I invest my time in for a week or a month or a year. So identify the ideal first 3 to 5 steps you'd like every new member to take. Within that, think about key pieces of content that you can direct people to, which will be best suited to their needs, which will really help them to get results and make progress from the start. So again, you're not just saying, hey, welcome, here's what everything is. It's great to have you here. Now you're on your own. You are giving them the first steps that will be conducive to developing the behaviors, getting them the kind of return and results and making progress and building the habits that are going to be more likely to keep them subscribed month after month, year after year. From there, you don't want to hold them back too much from the rest of your site. You've given them that welcome, you've got the data, you've made sure that they know everything they need to know, and you set them on a path within your membership. You don't want to keep kind of interrupting that member journey on the website side of things, and this is where email would take over. So from that initial onboarding experience, the onboarding continues via email, where you check in with them throughout their first couple of weeks or their first month or so, and you give them housekeeping information, you give them more content recommendations that are a bit more refined and targeted perhaps to their interests. You highlight certain features that are perhaps hidden gems within your membership. You invite the opportunity for them to give initial feedback or let you know if they're having any problems. So you're checking in with them, you're being a little bit extra attentive, you're kind of dripping them information over that first month or so rather than trying to pack everything into their first day. And so it's a much gentler process that still ensures that they're educated enough, they're informed enough, and they're given enough guidance and assistance throughout that very important first month. Because actually that first month, particularly if you're billing monthly, is critical. That first month is what you're mostly being assessed on. You want to make sure that you have really, really paid attention to that new member experience so that when it comes up to the end of the first month, that first time where they have to reflect on the journey so far and whether this is something they want to continue paying for, having made sure that you've onboarded them the right way will make that decision so much easier. They've had a win, they've had a result, if they've felt looked after, if they feel like they are starting to kind of integrate into the community, they feel like they've found their place, it's going to be much, much easier to have them continue their subscription. So the emails that you send after that first day or so, where you're giving that welcome, you're giving that tour, you're getting that data, that's really going to help ensure that they are in a place by the end of their first month where they are happy, they're making progress, and they're getting out of your membership what they joined for. So all of this is really going to set you up for much better member retention. Of course, the journey doesn't stop there. It's not just about paying attention to people in their first month and then just kind of ignoring them or taking for granted that if they get through their first month, then they're good. They don't need any more input. You still need to keep them engaged. You still need to communicate with them. You still need to deliver value month on month in order to keep people subscribed. But all the things you do to maintain member engagement are going to stand a much better chance of being successful if you really paid attention to your new member onboarding process. So if you don't have a strategy in place for onboarding new members, if you're just taking their money and then just letting them loose into your membership, I urge you to rethink that and to really, really consider just how critical that new member experience could be to your retention strategy. I promise you, if you pay attention to the first few minutes, hours, days, and weeks of someone's membership, it will pay dividends in extending the length of time that your members stay subscribed to your site. All right, that is it from me. There's a lot of content over at membershipgeeks.com that go a little bit further into the specifics of what should be in your onboarding process and how you can kind of take your new member experience to another level, how you can personalize it, how you can really strike the right notes. But I just wanted to use this episode as an opportunity to remind everyone of just how critical a piece of the puzzle your new member onboarding is. If you do want to dive deeper, head to membershipgeeks.com, or of course, if you are a member of membershipacademy.com, we have an entire module in our membership roadmap that deals with retention and predominantly covers new member onboarding with templates, with copy and paste emails and all of that good stuff, as well as a specific email onboarding follow-up series that you should be sending. All of that is inside membershipacademy.com, along with a lot of other resources that will help with member retention and everything else about running your membership. So Academy members, you know you can dive a little deeper. But whether you're a member or not, make sure you are paying attention to new member onboarding. That is it from me for this episode. Hopefully you have found this useful. I'll be back again very soon with another installment of the Membership Geeks podcast. Bye for now. If you enjoyed this week's episode of the Membership Geeks podcast, we invite you to check out membershipacademy.com. Membership Academy is the original membership about memberships, and it's the essential resource for anyone at any stage of starting, growing, and running a successful online membership business. Whether you're still trying to figure out what your idea is going to be and you need some help making it a reality, or whether your website is already up and running and you're looking for ways to grow and attract new members, then Membership Academy can help you to get to the next level. Not only do you get access to our step-by-step membership roadmap, our extensive training library, and exclusive member-only discount and tools, you'll also become part of our supportive, active community of membership owners that will help you along the way in your journey with feedback, encouragement, and advice. All of this and more make Membership Academy the number one place to be for anyone looking to start, manage, and grow a successful membership business. Check it out and join the community at membershipacademy.com.